Just trying to make sure we're on the right pages. It's probably going to be like a one trade this morning. Just looking for the opening trade. That's going to be it this morning. What's up, Fish Lips? Nice job on last night's price action, man. That's insane how much price your profits last night during the Asia session. Dude, that's like back-to-back nights. Good nights for the Asia session for you going back to Thursday night. We're probably only going to be here till probably 10 o'clock this morning. I put it in the Discord. I haven't been back over to the Discord, but got to take the pets to the vet this morning. Moving in as moving to a different house, moving to a different place. Oh, I just saw. Oh, it was moving. Okay, yeah, the ATR is high. Yeah, this morning I'm looking. I wanna try to get in some kind of position. I feel like we're going up to the 650s, 640s this morning. I feel like that's going to be like the target to target this morning. And I'm kind of wondering if we run that this morning, like just kind of clear out this previous high here from this leg, then sell all the way back down today, which I don't know if I'll be back down here if we sell off, because a lot of times we're just making these higher lows and these higher time frames, because you got to think these are all higher time frames. Let's see. So what we'll do is we'll draw out the 50% of this previous hourly candle here. So maybe at opening, you get that little maybe push back down if we're going to continue higher. And that would even actually be a nice trade if it does that, because that would be right back down to the 500. So we will look for that. That looks like a good liquidity sweep. You can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles sitting at the 500s this morning. So that would be nice there. That quick wick down, clear out these wicks kind of, then pop. So hopefully, I think that's what we're going to look for this morning. All right, we got another big wick sitting at about the 40%, but I would much rather see the 50% of this previous hourly candle get swept. I think that's going to be the one this morning. I hope we don't bust out and go straight to the moon. This is non-farm payroll week, so hopefully it's not too crappy, too choppy. I'm hoping we'll at least get up till Wednesday or Thursday before we get into that choppy price action. Let's see here. I feel like we have news almost every day this week, so we do have news in 41 minutes. So I'm hoping to be done. Like I said, I only have till 10 o'clock to trade today. I have a vet appointment this morning, and so I'm hoping that what we're looking at works out, where we get that quick pullback down to the 500s, kind of pull back into the 21 EMA, pull back into that 50 EMA, and pop. So just remember that if you're taking trades around 9:45 and 10 o'clock this morning. We have tons of 3-star news this morning. Actually, we can go through the week. Like I said, this is non-farm payroll, so A lot of people got crapped on over the weekend. Hopefully, no one was in steep leverage on the freaking silver and gold, man. Those I've been seeing a lot of videos of people talking about silver and gold, like looking at the history of it. That's only the third time in history that silver's ever dumped 30 or 40% like that, and it took like 13 years to recover. I don't know if that's going to be the case now, but that's what it was in the past. They've done that same thing like 3 or 4 times in our past, since like going all the way back to like the 20s and 30s of like 1920 and 30. So over the last 100 years. Looks like we got job opening numbers tomorrow. So Wednesday. That's the weaker ADP non-farm payroll. That's usually kind of released like the couple days before the non-farm payroll. PMI numbers this week. What is this? Thursday? Oh, Great Britain's got a little news. Maybe get a little pop early in the morning. You got initial job claims Thursday morning. Well, there it goes. I don't see the non-farm payroll. Or did I miss it? Was that on Thursday or something? Did I miss it? I don't know. Oh well. A lot of news this week, guys. A lot of news. So just be aware of that in your trading. You don't want to get umped on. All right, so if you're new here, I'm just going to break down these little boxes for you so you know what they are. So what these little boxes are, they represent the higher time frame. So this would be the top of your previous 4-hour candle. So this is why I like that 500 bounce this morning. So you got the top of your 4-hour candle here. You got the 50% of the previous hourly candle down at the 500. You also got another hourly candle sitting here in the 90s and 500s. So this is a 4-hour, and these are individually 1-hour candles. And so after this one prints, this will give you the move of your 4-hour candle. So this would be the low of the 4-hour candle that we're currently in. And so wherever this high ends at 9 o'clock, so that'll be the high of the 4-hour candle that we're in now that stops at 9 o'clock. So from 5 to 9. Or 6 to 10. Sorry about the time zone. Those are central times. And we're making lower highs. This is why I kind of like to push up. And then later today, unfortunately, I may miss it unless I come back at lunchtime and we do get that lunchtime reversal and we rerun these 4-hour lows here all the way back down. I mean, that's a crazy sell-off, but hey, anything's possible with the nasty girl. I'm trying to figure out what account do we trade today. I'd like to get one trade, make about $100 to $200 on it. If I trade my one funded, if we can get that one trade, we're about 180 away from breaking the $2,000 mark. And we got another one sitting at 5,200. So Fish Lips, did you ever trade Fast Track? What's up, man? USD CAD. Not really sure what that is. Is that some kind of coin? No? Okay. I know I keep hearing people talking about the letters that they're receiving from, Fast Track's bankruptcy court talking about they want their money back. I never got paid my money. I want to say I had a $1,200 payout with them plus affiliate money, so they had owed me like $2,000 something that I never got from them. Which I guess now is kind of like, I'm glad I didn't, because I'd probably be receiving that same letter saying you owe us $2,000. So I guess it was a blessing and kind of angry at the same time. Okay, so you're trading Forex. Yeah, we are trading the NASDAQ here. I've never done a lot of Forex trading. I know there's a lot of people that traded, but I have no experience with the Forex market. Do you do fairly good in the Forex market? What's up, AK Profit? How are you doing today? Woo! Hopefully we don't get this set up before the market pops, fish lips. Oh my goodness. This is what we were kind of waiting on for the opening. So, I mean, if it does happen, we'll just look for longs. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a pullback 50% of the previous, looking for a pullback for the previous hourly candle down to the 500s here. So I wouldn't mind seeing just a little wick hit the 500s before the 90s and get a nice push up to the upside to the previous day close up to the 640s. Then you also have previous day low, and the previous day high is all the way up there at 26,000. So I just don't know how clean the entry's gonna look. I feel like it's gonna be one of those days where it's just like real nasty wicks, where it's just gonna like shotgun straight up, or if you don't have the right stop loss, you'll get wicked out real quick. So I kind of feel like it's going to be possible one of those days. I'm not really sure how heavy I want to go in yet. We're either going to do 2 or 3 micros this morning. So we'll just look for 20 points on the first 2 micros. Then the last micro we'll leave for a runner and see what we get here. So what we can do is if we get this little pullback here where it goes out the backside first and you only get like a small wick, then we could possibly play the top side here. So that's kind of what we're going to look for. I just don't believe it's going to continue first down. I'm not saying it won't go down later, but I just feel like we almost have a whole hour, 5-minute candle sitting right here. So we'll mark out the 50% of the previous hourly candle, which is that 50% is also sitting on top of this other hourly candle from 5 o'clock this morning. Then if we possibly wick through that, we could bounce here somewhere around the 80s too. So that 80s could be another possible bounce area. And that's the top of your 4-hour candle sitting there at, ooh, that's in fish lips, bread and butter fish lips. That's right down at that 75. Whew. Oh man, come on. I hope this stuff doesn't play out before the market opens. We already kind of got the pushback back into the 90s. You can see there's also about an hour's worth of 5-minute candle sitting in here too. Like I said, guys, we only got time for 1 trade this morning, maybe 2. We're just looking for 1 funded trade this morning. And like I said, I have to get off around 10 o'clock this morning. I have a take the dogs to the vet. So fish lips, do you have any resting orders sitting in right now? Do you got some long sitting down at 75 and 500? Oh, are you looking for shorts all the way? Okay. Are we oversold as far as that previous leg goes? I do like the shorts overall. I just wasn't sure how much we would push up today. Like, I like for us to rerun this 4 hour down here overall. I mean, we're into discount on this previous leg. Is this why you're looking for shorts here? Because you've seen that we're kind of here on the back into the discount 80% of this previous leg. Now, if it just looks so bad this morning, we will probably not even take a trade. Because, like I said, we only have 30 minutes of trading. So, we don't want to... The goal is here probably not to lose more than $100. If we do, we get in a... Or actually, no. If I look at 20 points, 20 to 30 points. So, about 100 to 150 max on our loss today. Fish Lips, are you trading anything else besides futures, or do you dabble in the gold and silver market? All right, so we're also going to do a 50% of this 15-minute candle. That's another thing that we look at. Okay. All right. All right, so 50% of this 15-minute candle is sitting at about the 35. So if you're playing the breakout, similar to what Methodical Man is doing, so he's basically, if you're taking that first initial breakout, your stop loss would need to be at 35. And so what you're doing there is basically you're just taking either a 1-for-1, basically what is from here to there would be your 1-for-1. So really it's only 10 points this morning. So very good odds. So you can even go in a little heavy. You can go in with one mini, risk $200, and your stop loss would be here. And that would be whatever the way it breaks out. Or is that 15 point? Looks like it's not 50% though. So the whole 15-minute candle. So actually that's about 12.5 points, it looks like. Yeah, about 12 to 13 points. What's up, Jake? Are you still trading some paper trading Bitcoin? It's going to be an early morning trading session for me today, Jake. I have something I have to do this morning, so I'm only going to be on here until 10 this morning. Yeah, I heard that Bitcoin, gold, silver, everything was just dumping pretty hard the last couple days. The people that really got trashed on is the people trading on leverage. So, yeah, this morning we're just looking for one trade, Jake. We're going to try to take a trade here at the opening. So, kind of have to wait and see what this first minute candle does. I like the pullbacks first. I like us kind of cleaning the 500s to 580s back because there's a lot of consolidation in this area, and this is 50% of the previous hourly candle. So kind of when you see that wick down real quick, then maybe the move up. Then later this morning, overall, I'm kind of looking for us to clean up the previous 4-hour candle all the way down here. You can see on this 4-hour candle, we've constantly just been making higher low, then, yeah. So it's definitely a lot of big liquidity build up this morning. So the other setup that we could do, let's just say we get the quick push down and this next pullback does not make it through this level here, which is 50% of this 15-minute candle. We're going to look for shorts. But if it comes back up here and breaks through this, kind of back above the 50s here, we're going to probably look for longs. And at least to about the 75, then you'll have to kind of wait and see what happens at the previous day low. A lot of news this week, Jake. So it's going to be probably a lot of volatility and a lot of chop this week. So it can just be some pretty wild price action this week with all the news that we're getting ready to have. Let me look at my other charts up here. Getting a nice little pullback there. Are you short? Are you shorting 525 to 500 here, Fish Lips? Oh, eval. Ooh. Oh, it's definitely looking kind of tricky. Yeah, I can see 613 to 600. There's a lot of consolidation in that area right here. If you look to the left, right here. Also at that 75s too, so it can get stuck there. All right, guys, we got about 4 minutes left. I don't think we're going to play the breakout this morning, but we are going to kind of wait and see what happens with this first initial 5-minute candle. So if we push up, pull back, and this area holds, we'll look for shorts. But if we blast through this area, we're looking for longs. Right now, I'm kind of looking for this previous 5-minute candle to get hit. The 50% mark. And that's down at the 590s or so. So that's what we're going to wait to see. If not, we'll just have to sit here. We're not going to be in a big hurry to find a trade this morning. Like I said, we're only looking for maybe 1-2 trades this morning and just kind of be done. We don't want to get the max loss. I'm willing to take a loss on my fundeds is probably going to be about 120. So if we take the breakout here at 46, our stop loss would be here at 35. So we're only going to be risking about 10 to 15 points on this trade because you're at 50% of the candle. Just trying to get this situated real quick in case we... All right, we got less than 2 minutes to go, so... I don't know if I want to put that order on there or not because I'm not sure. Whew. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's going to break out early. God, I got 30 seconds left. Go, buddy, go. Oh, shit. Oh, that played out almost perfect, even though we didn't get the pull back to the 900s. All right. Holy crap. There's that previous day 68 close. Pop it. Pop it. Shit. Dude, what a cheap trade that was for 12, 13 points. Nice if you if you had the boys to put that on, guys. Whew. All right. Good deal. Nice. All right. So we got our almost $200 like we were hoping. That pushed us over $2,000 on the funded. So, woo-hoo. Fish lips, that almost worked out perfect. It didn't work out to the point where I wanted to push back to the 500s, but we did get back down to the 20s. It scared me because I thought we were going to break out too early. I was like, no, don't do it. And that 650 area was kind of like my resistance at that previous day close. Dude, I feel like we have more. So let's see. Where could I? Dude, I think we could. Dude, this could be a play where we go to the 26,000s. So let's see what happened with this previous day. Dude, we have previous day highs all the way up at 26,000 here. The previous day open from Friday. I bet you I could have had an opening 100-point trade. I want to break even a little too quick. That's okay. Now we can just kind of chill and watch price action. We can always do like a little eval or something. We got a little eval that we can make a little profit on. We may do 1 or 2 micros on it because I only need to make $100 to pass it. So, and I really don't want to pass it right now because I'm trying to focus on my funded accounts. Go back to looking at the 10-point moves. Now this thing could retrace the move all the way back down, guys. We will all take some gambling payouts. Dude, methodical, I was long all the way this morning anyway. I had the only level that did not get hit this morning that I had drew out was the 50% on the hourly candle. That was it. Bitcoin boner out to missed it. I definitely like if we can pull all the way back to this previous. That is a good long outer. We may have to take that with you, dude. That's a retest of that. That's a retest of that 15-minute candle. So that's a good possibility here. Outer, we took the opening trade this morning for $192. Like it just ripped. We didn't get the pullback like we wanted because we got the pullback pre-market before it started ripping. Yeah, I only have opportunity to trade one trade today. I'm probably done trading fundeds for this morning. Like I said, I put in the Discord that I have to take the dogs to the vet this morning. So I got to get off here in like 25 minutes. So I was just looking for one trade this morning. So this is why we were so focused on the opening trade. I don't think there's anything slowing us down right now. We just got above this area right there. You could have used that as support. We'll wait and see what happens with the 700. Like, I don't see anything possibly bring this back down for a minute. I mean, I don't see how that we could possibly run up to 25,900s. Yeah, we're just going to be patient and wait with the rest of you guys. Like I said, next trade, if we do, we got 25 minutes left. I want to say we have news at 9:45 this morning, also outer. I feel like this was another nice long area right here, because see this big red swing area? Most of the time when you print above that on the other side, and a lot of times you'll use these equal high wicks to kind of, I wish I'd have noticed those equal high wicks, but I didn't want that thing to just retract all the way back down on me, so that's why we took profit when we did. Man, right now, nice on the Bitcoin. Dude, I've never even looked at Bitcoin to trade it. Man, this thing's just a rocket ship this morning. Was that a 700 pullback? Could possibly nice little long setup here. Let's see what happens with the 700. Oh, we just kind of breaking through it. Maybe we'll get that 650 pullback here, guys. Nope, got a new 5-minute candle right here too. So what happens with this new 5-minute candle? All right, we got 5 minutes till news. Remember that, guys, if you were getting in a position. I got 75 marked out here. There's the 80. You think it's going to miss that 75? Just don't want to jump in too early here, guys. Don't want to jump in too early. Like I said, we're switching over to an eval. We're already kind of done with the funded trade for the day. So we're just looking for a funded trade. Try to make 50 to 100 bucks. All right, so one off at 10. See if the runner holds here. Because we could get a pullback all the way back down. Yeah. So we just got our 10 points. I guess I didn't have that set up under 10 points or something. Oh, I see what happened. All right, let's see if we... That was the 100 pullback. I would think that this area would hold and we continue back up here. Nah, gonna get a deeper pullback than we wanted to get. So kind of see what happens with this 75 level. Didn't know if we would go to 50 right here. I like to push to 50 here. Oh, shoot. There's news in 40 seconds. I want to jump in long to that 50 level. Because we hit the hundreds to 25. Now you would think 50 would be our next level up. But, man, we're so close to news. What do we got? Oh, never mind. News didn't do nothing. Okay. So far, guys, we're just kind of sitting here just consolidating. Not really a lot to do here. Yeah, I'm done as far as whatchamacallit goes today. As funded goes today, it's just gonna. I'm just looking for an eval trade here. That's all I'm looking for. I mean, we're getting some nice consolidation here, so you would think that we break out of this consolidation, that we make a pop to the upside here. Unless we lose the 80s here. If we lose the 80s, we could get that pushback that you're looking for. 680s. I mean, we still got that gap filling all the way back down at 550. Guys, I only have about 10 more minutes, so. Let's see. Oopsie. If we hit the 50, we're going to go to break even. Don't really want it back below the 20s. I think if it gets back anywhere into the teens, we'll close this trade. And this is my eval. So here's my line in the sand right here. It's so close. Yep. I have to close this, guys. It's bouncing. Oh. Come on, bounce. I'm going to take my stop loss to the 11 here, because 11 is my line in the sand. That's that 21 EMA for me, or that's my EMA line there. Come on. Yeah, it should. I'm hoping soon that we can stop going to the vet so much. I have a dog that's a diabetic, so we've been having to go to the vet a lot lately. Then we have two dogs. Our second dog is just because this is the first time that she'll be going to this vet, so it'll be like her first kind of checkup. And it's just like a consultation, because we want to get her teeth clean. We hit that 50 target. Don't know if my break-even area is going to hold or not. It may have to come back down to the 25 here before it goes to the 75. We're looking for 75 for our last target. Looking good, looking good. Come on, 75. Give me the push. We'll lock in about 10 points. Okay. Woo. Nice, nice, nice. Levels held. We were looking for that. When we had to pull back, like I said, that 11-10 area was my line in the sand. Dude, I almost want to hold this thing to 26,000 outer if I had time. But that's okay. That was probably going to be my last trade of the day. So that pushed me over on another eval. So we're up $1,500 on it. So we can be done trading for today. So we're up 192 on that first initial breakout trade. And dude, if we had held that, it would have been a banger day. But that's okay. That pushed us over the $2,000 mark on the funded and 130 on the eval there. So good morning in the first 30 minutes. Dude, 800 is going to be a nice short area for you. Ooh, look at that 800 slap back 25 points. Probably even all the way back down to 50 here. Ooh, at least 25 points. So you locked in 25 if you took the short at 800. Oh, you're welcome, Jake. Yeah, eventually, after a while, you'll kind of learn your comfort level. The main thing is to learn your risk management strategy, because you can trade anybody's strategy, but if you're coming in trading these whole numbers, kind of like what we're doing here, is I don't trade like Fish Lips trades a little different. I'm pretty sure Outer trades a little different. And I know I trade different. So like I tell Fish Lips, I use these whole numbers and I try to trade in between whole numbers and use them for targets. Sometimes I struggle with putting resting orders down. So that's why a lot of times you won't see me having resting orders. But what I'll try to do is I'll go in with 2 micros. Like I did that last one. Hit 50 on the first target, then look for around about 70 for the next target. Now the 800, now on the other hand, I do like trading off that that whole number, the 800. You're still struggling with the huge stop loss. Yeah, no kidding. It definitely takes a little bit to get used to. I could never do a 100-point stop loss. There's just no way. That's why I struggle with putting my orders down, Outer. I prefer to catch the breakout trade like off the 5 minutes, like sometimes wait for a 5 minute to print and see if the 5 minutes going to hold here, then look for my 10, 20, or that last trade. What was that? Almost 30 points, because we were long from 34, somewhere in the 30s, I think. And I think we got tagged out at 75. So that's a good trade, even with 1 or 2 micros. 3,400 on Apex is crazy. Dude, Fish Lips, dude, you've been on a tear lately, dude. I don't know. It's just been insane, man. Insane. Now, we talked about this move pre-market. This was this was my plan the whole time with this right here. We started talking about this setup here right at 9 o'clock. So for 30 minutes, the only thing that did not happen on this trade, on this pullback, is that we did not get the 500 touch. We had all of our lines kind of drawn out what we were looking for. And I thought that this was going to happen early on this trade here, that we were going to miss it and have to wait for a pullback. But we got lucky enough where I don't expect this big of a move up. I was just looking for 20 points and whatever I could get off my runner. So, I mean, the 20 points just blasted. I hate that I had to go to break even too quick, but anybody knows that when you trade this opening candle like this thing could go up 100 points and literally you have a 100-point wick. So there's just no way of holding this. And plus, see, I know we just hit that previous day close, so I knew that it was not a possibility to hold that. Nah, man, he's trading all micros, Jake. Yeah. Fish Lips trades nothing, but he usually tells you how many micros he's trading. On his smaller accounts, he starts off with the 1 micro, then he'll level into, or he will stage into it, like from 600 to 25 to 50 or whatever. So it's just different staging. Then on the bigger accounts, yeah, his big accounts, that if you look in the Discord, that like the 150s or whatever plus, those he does 3 to 5. Dude, in the NASDAQ, you can make a lot of money off with 1 micro, or what you can do is start off with less risk. That way, if it doesn't go your way, you're not out a whole bunch, and you can always add to it. That's what I do a lot of times. A lot of times, if we continue higher, I like to add. So if we get that pullback you're looking for, say if it pushes up to 75, then get a pullback to the 50 and 50 holds to go back up. Shoot, that's where I like to go back in and look for go in for 2 or 3 micros is what I do a lot of times, or even 5 micros on evals. And I'll just look for 10 points. That way you can add $100 to your profit just real quick and you're still holding your runner. Yep, he just targets those zones. Trust me, I still don't understand it all the way, because he's been telling me about that type of trading for at least a year now. I want to say for a while I know of. It may not be close to a year, but it has to be up there. He's been doing that for a while. And I want to say he's either on the 15-second charts or the 1-minute charts. So this is your 15-second chart here. Oh man, when I first started trading, Jake, it took me forever to get used to hold trades, man. I couldn't hold trades longer than 5 or 10 points. It takes a while. Even on evals, it takes a while. On fundeds, it seemed like it took me forever to feel comfortable enough to hold eval or funded trades. So it's definitely a progress. Especially when it comes to fundeds, man, you almost got to have no emotions. You can't let losses bother you. And even then, I still struggle a little bit with it. But that's usually woo! Look at this craziness. What is this? What is this? What are they doing? I didn't think we had 10 o'clock news. Is this late release? I thought that news said, did we have it at 10 o'clock today? Let me see. What? I know we had news, but I thought it was at 9:45. Dude, we do not have. Oh. Maybe. Yep. I guess that was. Wait, no. Wow, maybe we did. That was 9 o'clock news. That was like manufacturing news or something like that. PMI numbers for manufacturing. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today. Good luck to everybody the rest of the day. We just took basically 2 trades today. Both of them worked out nicely. We did have to sit through a little bit of drawdown on that second trade, but the first one worked out perfectly. Yeah, Outer, I got to carry the dog to the vet. I'm almost hoping we're done taking the dog to the vet like every 2 weeks after today. Woo, that was a nasty price action. You know, someone just got hammered on that. What was that? Almost a 100-point move in a wick. Oh, someone just got stomped on. Jake, that's why it's important to know when your news candles are, man, because that's how you get your day messed up right there. And there's just nothing you can do about it if you're not thinking it's coming. You just get stomped out. It's even worse if you got a stop loss. Thank you guys for all the information and posting in the Discord. I appreciate it. All right, we may be back after lunch today, depending on what the market looks like, because I should be back home I think around 11:30.